to tell you about my trip to Oaxaca. There were 6 of us. It was one of my friend's birthdays. So she planned out a whole week of activities there for us. Let me use I statements. I ate myself into plenty of naps. So here's the thing. So our friend whose birthday was, this was her 4th trip there. And so she planned out lots of tours, activities. The problem is me and Dana found places that we like to eat. We kept going back to the same place. So there's that. I'm gonna get back to that. Oaxaca. First of all, our Airbnb was beautiful, right in the center of town. So everything was walking distance. The Zocalo, which is the center of town where all the markets are, the vendors come down to sell their items that they make. It was like 2 blocks from where we were staying. There was food, a bakery was across the street, a restaurant was across the street. There's lots of places to eat. Oh my God, we found this bakery like 2 blocks away from where we were staying that had English muffins that were huge, like huge English muffins. Everything was just amazing. So I couldn't live in Oaxaca. The food was one thing. The streets are just bursting with energy, festivities. July is a time for their annual festival, which has been cut way back due to COVID, so it's not as big as it used to be, but people in little pockets were still doing little festive dancing and singing and all kinds of things. And so I have some videos of that. They're very vibrant. It's a very walkable city, except for when you run into one of them hills like I did, going to get a massage. It was like a hike. And my friend who took me was a walker, so it was nothing to her. I was like, I had to stop 2 times to breathe. So, and after eating all the stuff I was eating ice cream every day in Oaxaca. This ice cream they make, listen, it was like 30 cents or something. I don't know. I just kept going back. It was so good. It looks like I'm going to be trying to eat my way through Mexico. One of the things I wanted to do in Mexico is explore different cities. And so Oaxaca was definitely on my list. So when opportunity came up to go and I was invited to go for her week, I jumped on that because this was on my list of places to go. I have like lots of cities and places I want to go through to explore Mexico. Mexico has so much to explore. I would say that one of my favorite eating places in Oaxaca was in a market, and it's called Smoky Alley. And it's Smoky Alley because it's very smoky. Like there's just this stall of, well, initially when you come in, there's just this stall of people, grills on both sides. You can get chorizo, steak, ribs. They had a whole list of things you can get. That was my best. The flavor, because imagine how long, many years that grill has been cooked on and that built up of all that flavor. So that was amazing, Smoky Alley. Then when you walk back further in the Smoky Alley, there's all kind of restaurants and also other people cooking other kind of things. The bakeries, the chocolate, all of that was in these markets. So I lived for the markets while I was there all week. We went to one on the outskirts of town where on Thursdays there's just the local people who come from certain villages to sell their things. That was my favorite because you knew the stuff was truly authentic, it was organic. These people don't have money for pesticides. So that was my favorite, and you knew that it was their stuff. The stuff in Zocalo, you don't know if that stuff is made in China, where it's made from, people selling this, whatever. That stuff you know is authentic. So that was my favorite, being there to get some of their items in their food. And they were frying fish in the market, like whole fish. It was amazing. The fruit is amazing. Everything was just so fresh. I loved it. But what I really wanted to talk about was the Temazcal Ceremony, the sweat lodge, which is one of the things on our list for the week. And so for those of you who don't know, it's a Mayan ceremony, and you're in a little hut. There's all different kind, I'm sure, but the idea is that you're in a small place and you're sweating out all of your impurities, all of the things that no longer serve you. The leader takes you through your guide rather, takes you through different processes of elimination of thought, ideas, the whole thing. Before that ceremony, I was very claustrophobic. Like whenever I fly, I gotta be on the aisle, like I can't be closed in, all of that. So, but I wasn't really processing up until that point, like what the sweat lodge would be like. Cause I was this for you talking about healing and elimination and getting rid of old thoughts, all that. Sign me up, right? Okay. So we get there. The lady's giving us the talk about what's gonna happen. Everything's cool. She makes some tea for us to start preparing our body for this extreme heat that we're gonna experience. Cool. We went stripped down to our bathing suits and the whole thing ready. Cool. So again, it was 6 of us. Everybody sits on their own little benches, 6 of us. We're kind of tight, but you still have room. So we're good. The lady tells us what's gonna happen. She's gonna ring the bell at like 45 minute time. There was a lady outside who was, anybody got into any trouble, needed to go out, was too much heat, whatever. There was somebody always outside of that door. So she gets in, we all sit down, we ready for this ride, and she locks the door. I said, oh, I gotta get out. I gotta get out. I was fine, so I seen her lock that door. I went to a panic, like, I gotta go. I said, I gotta get out. I can't do it. So the little lady's outside saying, I said I had to get out. She said, you okay? I was like, no. It's too small, I'm claustrophobic, I can't do it. She said, listen, this is about you facing those demons. All your fears, all that, this is that. Whatever word she said to me struck up all the fight in me. Like, oh, okay, that's all you had to say. I went back in there like, let's go, I'm ready. Like, I'm not gonna come this far all the way to Oaxaca to be a part of the ceremony and get here and can't do it because I'm scared of being locked in. No, let me in, let me in. So I go back in, sit down, like, let's go. Bring on the heat, I'm ready. The steam comes up, right? So she gave us some mint, some fresh mint, which smells so good to breathe through if you're having trouble breathing or if the heat was getting to you. So breathe, put the mint over your mouth. It was a big bushel of mint, put over your mouth to breathe through. Like, just keep that over your mouth to breathe through. She gave us some citrus to put all over our body to facilitate the sweating, to help you sweat more. Because the idea is to sweat to get that stuff out. It felt so good to get that stuff out. If there was one I can go to every week, I would. Or then we put the mint on our bodies. So she was like, if you don't need your mint to breathe through, then I want you to put it on your body. So we did the mint. She was leading us to different things and saying different things. My favorite one was the chocolate. It was liquid chocolate. And she was like, take this and pour this on the parts of your body that you don't like. And then through this, she's talking to us and trying to keep us, guiding us through this process of releasing and just getting your mind right of what you want to release. And I wish I could have taped or remembered exactly the words she said, but it was something like, she talked about her life a lot, her experiences, things she's been through, but she was like, at this point in my life, all my love is for me. Like, I don't even want to be in a relationship. I think she had been married before, or may have even still been married, but she was like, my love is for me. Like, it's just for me. So when I tell you that the transformation happened instantly of the fear of being closed in. I got through that thing. I was so proud of myself for being able to, I was not affected at that point by it. Once I put that thought in my mind and that triggered like, oh, fighting and facing your demons, like, I was like, oh, I can do this. I can do it. And I did, and I got through it, and it was beautiful. And we stayed, they rung the bell 45 minutes. We didn't want to leave at that point. We stayed for a whole hour, the whole thing. It was beautiful. Came out, took some cold showers. That thing stays with you for a minute. It stays with you. The thing is, no matter who's guiding you, if you come with your mind ready to release and to be new and to get rid of those things that no longer serve you, it works. It works. It's something about that sweating and that heat that takes your mind to another level. So that was amazing, amazing, amazing. Look for a Temazcal ceremony to do it. It'll change your life. Not to mention all the medicinal properties of the sweat lodge that are listed, that have been known to use for physical things, help with your bones, your ligaments, like it has a lot of medicinal properties, of things that people use it to treat different ailments that they have. If you get a chance to experience a Temazcal ceremony, do it. I am continuing to travel and explore Mexico as a regular staple. See, I get so excited talking about the food. As a regular staple, they were eating like the chili-covered crickets and the grasshoppers and ants and stuff. So a friend of mine who's a very explorative eater, she could eat. She'll taste any of that stuff. She's very courageous about that eating. I was watching her do it, and she was like, it tastes good. It tastes like peanuts. Yeah, but they had all kind of things for you to try. But the chocolate and the mole and I told you about the what you call it, the Smoky alley was my favorite. But the liquid chocolate was good. The cheese, oh my God, the Oaxacan cheese is everything they said it was. It's everything they said it was. It's like butter. Like it reminds you of mozzarella, but on another level. It was amazing. So I would go back just to eat. Oaxaca is Mexico's New Orleans, with all the different flavor in the streets and the thing. It gives you that kind of feeling. So yes, hope you enjoyed the videos and my journey to Oaxaca. Stay posted because I'm gonna work my way through Mexico, and this may turn into just an eating blog because I love to eat and try new stuff, and the food here does not disappoint. But in my healing and self-love, that has been a part of it, and I'm not apologizing for that whatsoever. I'm not going to deny myself of those experiences because what's the point? Like, what you living for? You have some experiences. Expand your palette. Because again, this is a part of rediscovering what your joy is. Rediscovering joy, period. I'm going to continue to explore Mexico. Hopefully you take the ride with me. And I have to be more consistent about posting. I have stuff I'm going to get to you. I'm working on it. But stay tuned. Share this with somebody you think also needs to hear it and take some chances and risk in their life. And you're never going to feel 100% sure, but just take the risk. Just do it. Why not? Why not? Why not? Until next time, I'll see you then. All right, good night.